This is Dr. Phil Chavez. While Charles Borromeo was born in northern Italy and spent most of his life there, he was well known in Rome, and there are 3 churches that bear his name. San Carlo on the Via Corso is the largest, and his incorrupt heart rests in a reliquary behind the main altar, right here at my side. Charles Borromeo was born the third of 6 children in 1538 at the Castle of Verona near Milan. His father was the Count of Verona, and his mother was from the royal house of the Medicis. At age 12, the young count dedicated himself to the church, and he kept only that part of his inheritance for his education. All else he gave to the poor. Now, Charles had a speech impediment, yet that didn't prevent him from excelling academically. In 1554, when Charles was 16, his father passed away and he became responsible for the family estate, but he still continued to earn a doctorate in canon and in civil law. Now, Charles' uncle, Cardinal Giovanni Medici, became Pope Pius IV in 1559, and he appointed Charles as a cardinal deacon, summoning him to Rome. Now, he was given several awesome tasks, including the governance of the Papal States and the supervision of various religious orders. Charles was only 23. After an appointment as administrator of Archdiocese in Milan in 1560, Charles discerned a call to the priesthood and was ordained in 1563. Later that same year, he was consecrated bishop and soon after became the Archbishop of Milan, only a year after that in 1564. Things moved very quickly for him. In any case, at the time, Milan was the largest diocese in the church and corruption was pervasive. The Protestant Reformation, too, was spreading throughout Europe, and Charles believed that the greatest defense against doctrinal error was reform of the church. So he founded schools and seminaries and even colleges for clergy. He ordered new norms for renewal in the monasteries and even made several visitations personally. This work for reform made many enemies, and one cleric actually attempted to assassinate him with a pistol, but he missed. Now, in 1576, a serious plague struck Milan, and those of influence and leadership fled the city. For a time, Borromeo was the only paternal authority, and he drained his family resources for the starving people, and after that went deep into debt. It was said he could have fed as many as 70,000 people per day. Now, he reprimanded the city authorities for prohibiting religious gatherings, and he ordered processions to take place in Milan. He exhorted the people to also do penance, and he himself set that great example. Now, Borromeo also ordered several pillars to be erected with a cross around the city in the crossroads and the main squares to mark where the people could take part in Mass outside and in public prayer. Precautions were maintained, yet the people always had the sacraments. Borromeo said this to his priests: "It is not their bodies alone which are in danger of perishing, it is their souls for which I plead. Reverend fathers, here is your opportunity. To you we look, who ought to be ready to lay down your lives for the love of God and your neighbor, especially when it's a question of saving souls." Now, exhausted from his work in 1584, Charles died of a fever. He was only 46 years of age. He was beatified by Pope Paul in 1602. In 1610, he was canonized. His feast is November 4th. God be with you. We appreciate you viewing our Manly Minutes. Thank you for whatever donation you can offer to make our content possible. Go to themensacademy.org/donate. Thank you.